Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Thursday, March 7th, as we get ready to talk about what's happening in the economy and what's happening in the markets this morning uh, with Morning Dave. And Dave will be with us momentarily, and we will get started with that discussion.
Things your body will ever need. And sometimes your pocketbook, too, because we check on the markets every morning about this time to see what's affecting your 401k and IRA and all the other stuff you got stashed up on Wall Street. Downtown Sebring, we head the offices of Statler Financial Services. Phillip Statler's on the line. Good morning, Phillip. How are you?
Good morning, Dave. Hey, I'm hoping this is going to be the last morning we wake up to a little cold weather. But hey, it's a little refreshing as we head into a hotter day today and tomorrow.
It's going to be nice today.
I was going to say the markets weren't real hot yesterday, though, either.
Well, they kind of stunk again. I mean, the Dow was down 133 points, NASDAQ down 70, Standard & Poor's down by, looks like a little over 18. We've had better weeks to start out with on Wall Street, haven't we?
Yeah, definitely we have. This week we're down about 1.2% on the Dow. It wouldn't take a bad day or two to put us at a 30-day loss either. Right now we're positive, just barely. But we had some good news today. I think, as best I can tell, we did have some good numbers come through.
Yeah, that we did. The first-time jobless claims, 223,000, which stays into that full employment range. It was down a few thousand, and that was a pleasant surprise. And you add in worker productivity in the country, it rose 1.9% during the fourth quarter, and they say that 2018 worker productivity in this country was the highest it's been since 2015. All that needs to add up to some decent economic news.
I would think so. I mean, I'm looking at some of the employment numbers in terms of, I think I saw wages going up a little bit, hours going up a little bit. So not huge, but some positive little signs there that are coming in as we look at where we are in the marketplace right now.
Understood. The other element of news that comes out this morning is I was looking through my news ticker at the head of the European Central Bank, Mr. Draghi, and he was saying he expects near-term growth to slow down. It sounded like a quarterly report out of Walmart, basically. They complain before they tell you they had a barn burner month. One of the big thing that really affected it, though, I gather the European Central Bank is keeping their easy money policy for another few months. Huh?
They are. They've decided to keep their monetary policy easing for now anyway. And so when that announcement came out, Dave, we saw a flip in the futures. The futures were negative until that announcement came out, and then they kind of went positive. Not huge, not big positive, but green's always better than red.
Yeah, kind of illustrative of the fact that this is a world economy, whether we like it or not. And what Europe and China does and what happens in Europe and China can have a pretty darn big effect on our money over here, doesn't it?
It can. We are a world economy, and what happens in China or in Europe, it affects us here in the United States.
Understood. We've been kind of collecting the nitpicks and the information out of the companies reporting overnight. The one that I know you got a complete report on was American Eagle, the premium quality outfitter. They're not doing bad, I gather?
No, they came in, they beat by a penny a share. Their revenue, though, was a little short of what the Wall Street analysts had expected. And they've kind of given a little weaker than expected forecast for the current quarter that we're in. As far as profits, because they're spending more, I guess, on marketing, and they are opening some new stores. So at least they've got some expansion going on. But because of that lackluster quarter they're in right now, they're trading down about a little over 3% this morning.
At least we can partially explain that. The thing you and I were scratching our heads over, Barnes & Noble, they actually, surprise of surprises, a traditional brick and mortar bookstore, had a darn good quarter. I mean, they had a big beat on their earnings per share, but the investors aren't exactly rewarding them, are they?
No, and you're right. We can't figure that out because it looks to me like if you look at the data, they had a great quarter, but they're trading down today almost 13%. And so I got to think maybe, just maybe, some traders are looking at that as an opportunity because they did have a good quarter to go ahead and take some money off the table with them.
It's about the only explanation you can come up with. I mean, number one, a brick and mortar bookstore doing well is enough of a surprise, and they beat on all the primary numbers: earnings per share, same store sales, gross revenue, and they're still getting sold like hotcakes. You probably are right on target. They're just profit taking more than anything else, but they're due to open up at their lowest rate since the end of last year. Don't have much on it, but I understand that H&R Block had a beat as well, even though it was still a loss in revenue.
Yeah, they did, and I don't have those numbers either. But they have they're down about 0.75% right now, which is an improvement from where it was when I first looked at it. It was down almost 2% earlier this morning.
Not good news on that front. It's a confusing market overall. They aren't responding the way you'd expect if you followed normal rules of thumb, and that's something I've been complaining about now for months. All the rules are going out the window, aren't they?
Well, they are. Now, I've got another large supermarket chain.
Ooh,
Yeah, I don't know that we have any. I know we don't have any in our area, but Kroger.
yeah.
Kroger is a huge supermarket provider, and they missed today by about 10 cents a share, and so they're getting traded down. They're down a little over 11% right now in pre-market trading.
Kroger is to the Midwest and East basically what Publix is to us. So when your big grocery store has a hard time of it, that's an indicator that you really don't like to see.
Well, it is, and their stock's getting down to where it was. Their price is getting back down to where it was in June of last year.
So much for growth for a year, I guess. Resetting the table again. It was red ink yesterday on Wall Street off of basically just malaise in the market combined with the economic reports we've gotten. Phillip, we're 45 minutes before we open this morning. Which direction are we heading so far?
Well, like I alluded to, we are going back green, and we've seen a little bit of improvement here just within the last few minutes. The Dow's up $23. The S&P 500 is up 3.25. Nasdaq's up almost 10. Gold and silver are both trading down about 0.25%. And unfortunately, crude oil is heading back up. It's up a little over 1% at $56.84 a barrel right now.
Understood. Mixed bag overseas. Asian markets generally closed down overnight. Europe's mixed. Curiously, Germany is responding more to the European Central Bank's easing strategy than Great Britain is, probably because they don't know whether Great Britain is going to be a part of it or not too much longer. Somebody want to figure out how to make retirement work for you and your family? Phillip, how would I find you on the phone?
David, give us a call at 382-0037. Follow us online at statlerfinancial.com, and then on Facebook, where we repost these every morning, Statler Financial Services. Like our page. Hey, we'll share these with them every morning. So a great opportunity. Then every weekend, join us for the Statler Financial Radio Show, noon on Saturdays, 10 a.m. on Sunday mornings on News Talk 730.
And streaming online at newstalk730am.com. You've made note of it, so I'm going to take advantage and do some self-promoting here. Fair enough?
Fair enough, man. I'm excited about that being going on there, and it's a good thing. And, hey, have a great day today. I'm fixing to get back to work, and I will talk to you tomorrow.
Sounds like a plan. I appreciate it. It's 105.
That was live with Morning Dave at 105.7 here in Sebring, Florida. Hey, I want to thank you for joining us today. If you'd like to have a conversation, there's a link above that you can click to schedule a time that we can talk on the phone, or you can schedule an office visit. So either way, I'd love to sit down with you, discuss your retirement plans here in the near future. So take advantage of that. Take care. We will see you tomorrow.